Hello everybody, so welcome to a new collaboration.
Yes.
We are part of the
Shite YouTubers group.
So yeah, we got asked by Rick Beechwood, so yeah, we said we would do it. This one is winter van life and how we've coped and what things you do to make it better.
We should introduce ourselves first.
Sorry. Jumping the gun. Yeah, I'm Susie.
I'm Steve.
And we're the Meandering Manx. We've been doing this for about a year and a half now.
Yeah.
We live full time. These are people that aren't our subscribers that have jumped over from other channels to have a look. We live full time in our van. We are campsite wardens.
7, 8 months of the year. And then we travel.
Yeah.
3 or 4 months of the year. As such.
And our van is a Bailey Approach 760 SE. Just for if you want to know. Yeah, so winter van life.
It's been a hard winter. Very hard winter.
So for those of you who don't know, we were going to work. Well, we worked last year. We started on the campsites in May last year, and then we had this brilliant idea to work over winter, take this summer off, and do all the rallies and stuff and all the shows that we missed out on. We got a job at Forest Holidays in Bedgellet in Wales, and everything that they said in the interview, they just lied, didn't they? Sorry.
Yes, they did.
Going crazy.
It wasn't as described as the interview.
No, so
it's
you want to know, go back and watch our other video from when we left. So yeah, we left there, had kind of no idea what we were doing. We were a bit adrift. You helped build a van, didn't you? We were staying on a unit car park. I got quite depressed because it was difficult living there, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, it was
not fun.
Yeah, hardly any lights, so hardly any solar. There was no hook up there, so we were literally, like you say.
Yeah.
And it was hard for you.
Yeah,
so.
It wasn't fun. So we then went for a couple of weekends away and met up with our lovely friends Rob and Lynn. If you don't know them, they're Rob and Lynn on tour. And they were going to Benidorm for Christmas.
They were doing a month in Europe.
We had no intentions of going to Europe, so we had none of the bits ready to go to Europe. Luckily our passports were still in date, but the dogs weren't rabies vaccinated or anything. So on a drunken night we ended up booking the Eurotunnel for December and had a month to get ourselves, 2 months to get ourselves ready. Just over a month.
No, just over a month, because it was the end of October. It was Halloween weekend.
So we quickly rushed the dogs in, got them rabies vaccine, so you could sit out the 30 days. We sorted out the animal health certificates, got everything for the van, and booked our campsite for Christmas in Benidorm.
Yeah.
Our first ever European
so
road
from the
trip.
14th of
December.
No, a bit earlier we left, didn't we? Because we slowly went down, so it would have been.
So we stayed on Stephen's mum's drive for a bit while we were getting that
service
2
the van
weeks, service van, get all the van ready. And that was again difficult, but because you had an end goal, not so bad.
No.
The weather in the UK was getting very cold.
Yeah, we slowly headed down and we were in Canterbury Air, which is by the bus station, and that night alone was minus 6.
It was cold. For those of you who don't know, we don't have an adequate battery in our van at the minute. It is just meant for hookup, and we do like to do quite a bit of off-grid, so we are upgrading that this year when we earn a bit of money.
Yes.
But yeah, it battered the battery. We had to plug the van into the Bluetti just to run the heating at Canterbury, didn't we?
Yeah.
And that confirmed that we were making the right decision.
And then 3 days later we were in 25 degrees heat.
We were in Girona in Spain.
So our winter van life is basically, in a nutshell,
go to Europe, get to the sun,
get to the sun, definitely.
Because we didn't do it for very long, and it's difficult, and it's cold, and if you don't have adequate power, it's really hard. For those of you who don't live in vans, power and water and somewhere to stop are your 3 main things.
And your toilet 4.
well, your toilet's not a massive one. Because
Well, it is if it's full.
You can find public toilets though. Yeah, it is a one, but it's not a massive one. But power, water, and somewhere to stop are your biggest issues. And yeah, so yeah,
Being off grid for winter would be hard.
it would be really difficult. I don't think I could
Winter campsite hopping at the moment, what, 30 quid to 40, 50 quid
prices.
a night.
We just couldn't have afforded it. No way.
No, I mean, we haven't published our costs yet for Europe, but I reckon that
That'd been doubled.
if you worked it out correctly, you probably wouldn't. We did 56 days, 8 weeks in Europe, and I think what we paid in Europe with food and gas, diesel, and everything else, I think you would have spent a damn sight more in 8 weeks being in the UK, unless because we can't live off grid. We don't have the solar. We don't have the
you don't
power.
have the solar in the UK, whereas obviously in Europe, especially we jetted down to Portugal in the end and met a couple of our friends who are Portuguese residents, and they're showing us around quite a bit Portugal. But it was sun every day, even though the nights were cold. You had plenty of solar throughout the day.
Charging a battery
to
in a
charge
couple of
your
hours.
battery, yeah, and there was only really France we had to stop on airs and sites and plug in.
Yeah, it was.
But we did a fair amount of campsites, to be fair, and when we go again, if we go again, we'll probably do a lot less. Especially
Definitely.
if we've got a better battery.
Yeah, well, I'm going to get a lithium battery, so
Yeah,
we should be able to last longer.
more expense. So yeah, we've dug into our savings. Luckily, while we were on the sites, we were saving a lot of our money, because obviously you're living for free other than paying your living costs. We don't have a property, we just literally got the van and that's it. So we'd managed to save a fair amount of money to do this.
Good job.
Yeah, it's a good job. Otherwise we would have had to have found a winter job. It was as simple as that, wasn't it?
Yeah, would have been.
But we had the option to not. So, but that's how we've coped with our winter in the van, really.
I do feel for a lot of you that have had to.
I don't know how people do it.
I don't know how you do it, but I'll take my hat off to you. But live and learn, and I mean, I think we possibly might go back next year, just 'cause 25 degrees during the day. It hasn't felt, to be honest, as much as it's now currently absolutely lashing down
in Wales.
In Wales, it hasn't felt like we've had a winter.
No, for those of you who actually know me, get sad, that seasonal affective disorder, quite badly, and end up quite depressed over the winter. I always have, haven't I?
Yeah.
But because we've been basically in the sunshine for 8 weeks,
6, 7 hours, 8 hours a day.
I'm absolutely fine, and we are starting on our new campsite we're going on Friday, but we start on Monday in the Lake District. So yeah, even though the lakes probably won't start getting warmer until spring, I'll be fine, because I feel like I've had proper light sunny days.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've absolutely loved Europe.
Well, the UK is getting lighter for longer now, so
yeah, and I'm not saying that going to Europe is like perfect and amazing, and
no, it comes with its issues.
comes with its issues. We've had lots of fights.
That's standard. That's just marriage. Cost is one.
But yeah, we stayed on an air in Portugal in Silves, which is a little bit inland, on the Algarve.
Stunning place.
Beautiful place. And for 10 nights, because we knew that a big clump of snow and cold weather was coming in and battering Spain and the northern part of Portugal, wasn't it?
And France
as well.
Yes,
so we stuck still for 10 days on the Algarve, because that was the warmest spot. And that was €110, which is about 90 odd quid for 10 days with electric.
10 nights.
10 nights with electric.
10 nights with electric, yeah.
So it's 100% cheaper to go over there.
And
Eating out, massively cheap over there, but shopping I didn't find cheap.
No, shopping.
Shopping
Food shopping
was expensive.
Cheaper to eat out. We were eating 3-course meals for £9 each.
No, €9.
€9, so it's about £8.50, a person.
So yeah, eating out in Portugal was very cheap. Not France and Spain. Well, Benidorm not so much.
No,
Benidorm was expensive.
Main tourist spot.
Yeah, but We did absolutely love it, didn't we?
But yeah, it was cheaper than a lot of the traditional Spain
yeah.
places.
But yeah, we've absolutely loved our winter van life so far. But I can't see that we would be saying the same thing if we'd not gone to Europe.
No, I think we would have been.
Because we really wanted to go to Scotland and do the NC 500, but I really don't think this van is equipped to cope with the weather up there in the winter.
No.
So
we don't have the solar
no
capacity. We don't have the battery capacity. Even if we did, I don't think it would, because you got a water pump.
Yeah, our water pump broke while we were in Europe as well. And those of you that know, UK van, a Bailey, couldn't get any parts for it over there, so Stephen had to budget.
But our water pump is a heavy one. It's 8 litres.
8 litres per minute it pumps.
So
yeah,
it does take
like
a fair
heavy
bit
duty one. But yeah, we were showering conservatively to try and conserve the pump. So that's why we ended up on a few sites as well, because of showers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But we fixed it since we've got back, and it's absolutely fine now.
I'd be interested to see what other I've done for winter, because
I'm interested to see the rest of the people in the collab. So I will put a link in the description to all the other people in the collaboration, because I can't remember off the top of my head who's in it. There's quite a few, and go and check out their channels and find out what they've done over winter van life and how they've coped. I have to say we've coped massively well, but only because we went into the sun and to the warmth. That's the only reason. I wasn't coping well in the cold over here, to be honest.
No.
As beautiful as it is, because we went and stayed with some friends before we left, and it had snowed, and their site was absolutely stunning, wasn't it?
Yes.
I've covered in snow, really pretty, but for a night or two it's fine. If you're darting back to a warm house when you've got to live in it in your van, worrying about getting on and off pitches and up icy hills, it ain't as much fun.
No, it's not.
Because those of you that know me know I have a worry about everything. It's just part of who I am. I have taken a massive step out of my comfort zone in order to move into the van and go and work on campsites, because I was in the same job for 15 years. So yeah, this is all well out of my comfort zone.
Stop chatting shit.
He's a lot more easygoing. You chat some shit then.
No, you're chatting shit, biscuits. We've been on for 12, nearly 13 minutes. It's got to be less than 20.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
So we'll say thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Go and check out the other channels.
Yeah, I'll pop the links to their channels in the description, so please make sure you go and check them out.
Because I'm going to check them out, because I want to know what people have done.
Yeah, I'm interested.
I'm too nosy.
I'm interested to watch as well. And we are really pleased and excited to be part of this new collaboration. So yes, please follow along on the videos that we will be putting out on this.
Indeed. How often are they?
I don't know.
Oh, right, yeah. They'll go up when they go up. You'll know off social.
So I know they called themselves the Shite YouTubers, just to let you know a little bit of info on it. But it is a collective to try and help people with their channels and editing and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so there's improvements that everybody can make, really, unless you like kinging it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
we're not perfect.
No.
We have our flaws.
Yes. So yeah, we'll say thanks very much for watching, and please check out the other channels. Please remember to
like, comment and subscribe to ours and the other channels if they interest you.
Yeah, I will see you in the next one.
See you in the next one. See you later.